Hey everybody, Eric K. Thomas, Editor-in-Chief of the Quintessential Gentleman here, and we here for another conversation. You know how we do. This time we will be talking to the founder of the New York Latino Film Festival, Calixto Chinchilla, and it's going to be a great conversation. We're going to be talking movies, having a festival on COVID-19, see what they got coming up here in New York next week. It's going to be a great conversation. So, as always, I want you guys to let me know where you guys are tuning in from as we wait for our guests to join us. We're here in New York, where we're based, this nice little epic center, but we good now. Everything's doing well. Where you guys tuning in from? Let me know as we wait for Calixto to join in with us. So, yeah. I forgot my music this time, guys. I apologize. Cleveland, Ohio. Okay. My people's is from Cleveland. Actually, our lifestyle editor is from Cleveland, Q Jackson. ATL, okay. Atlanta, how you guys doing out there? Y'all doing all right? Y'all good? Y'all acting like there's no coronavirus, but that's neither here nor there. That's another conversation. Okay, Mr. Executive from Long Island. All right, that's what's up. That's right in our backyard, not too far. See, what else? Where you guys from? You guys like my new studio, my new background? We put this together. So to make some stuff. There's our issues here. Only 4x issues. We got more, but I only got so much wall. So this will have to do for now. Let's see. So I hope you guys are enjoying your day. It's Thursday, I think. It's been crazy week. Only having 4-day work week. And it's Thursday. Tomorrow, Friday. Have a nice little weekend. Do something nice, do something good. Not too much, we still restricted out here. All right, let me see here. That's something I wasn't supposed to press. Chinchilla. All right, I think he is here. Let's see. You, yeah. Here we go. Oh, I think I broke it. Good.
Oh, hold
on. Hey.
How are you?
Calixto, how are you?
I'm good. I'm trying to figure out how do I take away these comments so I can see your face. I don't know how to do that.
I don't either. I just continue to look at the comments. I look past the comments, so
Right.
it's all good. How are you? How are you feeling?
I'm good. It's it's busy but blessed, and so I'm happy with that, and I'm thankful to be here with you. So thank you for having me.
Of course. Thank you for joining us. So everybody tuning in, again, Eric Thomas, Editor-in-Chief of the Quintessential Gentleman, and we're having a great conversation with the New York Latino Film Festival founder, Calixto Chinchilla, and we're super excited to have this conversation, guys. So make sure you tune in. Make sure you know, first and foremost, Calixto, thank you so much for joining us here with this conversation. We definitely want to talk about all the great things that you guys are doing and have been doing. And, oh, hold up, look like we get some instructions. Just tap the screen and hold it for a few seconds and comments should disappear.
Okay, tap the screen.
And hold it for a few seconds and comments should disappear. The Coturn, thank you very much for that. Did that work?
No, I'm still tap the comment, right? Hold it for a few seconds.
Tap the screen, yeah, tap the screen, hold it for a few seconds. Oh, but that's a comment. I don't know if that's gonna work though.
I don't think that's working.
I don't think that's working.
Let me see if I do this. Hold on. Nah.
Okay. It's all right. Guys,
It's all right. We're gonna make it work. I'm gonna
we're
see
gonna make it
about.
work. Don't comment too much. Well, no, we want you to comment. Let us know what you're saying. But we good. So Calixto, I mean,
Let me fix this.
you've been doing this for a long time now. Tell us, just before you even started with the festival, what were you doing before then?
I was going to college. I was living at home with moms
Mhm.
and, working two jobs, going to school. And somehow I had the wacky idea of starting a film festival that kind of spoke to not only the Latino experience, but the multiculturalism of being Latino.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's a crazy dream, and God blessed it. So yeah.
Awesome, awesome. And it's awesome you said that a lot of people, they'll say, oh, Latino Film Festival, all of their movies are going to be in Spanish. I can't, or they may think that they can't participate. And that's not it at all. I think I've been in New York for 5 years. I think I've gone for the last 3 years. This will be like my third year being a part of it or joining it. At first, I started as press, and there's always different movies that you can watch that's not just in Spanish. That's, as he says, multicultural. So it was so important for people to understand that there is something for everybody, and all the movies. It's just like a regular film festival, and one of the best film festivals. But why was it important for you to create this multicultural experience specifically for the film industry?
I mean, I think it's to break down that myth of what you just said. So for me, I grew up really mixed, a mixed household. And so for me, it was like, how do I take that experience of growing up and kind of create an environment where, young creatives can foster and thrive. And I was that young filmmaker that didn't have a place to go. I was directing my short film. There wasn't a Tribeca Film Festival that existed when we came out the gate. There really wasn't anything that really spoke to, multiculturals the way I thought we should have had something.
Right.
And so it was like, how do we create something that is diverse and that is probably, hopefully the truest reflection of the multiculturalism of being Latino, but also living in New York. Right. And so we kind of don't have any rules when it comes to content. We have so many different creators, different backgrounds. And, again, it was really about representing that, but not only from the outside, but also from the inside, from a staffing perspective, that diversity had to be like authentic.
Right.
And, I take for granted how I grew up and thinking everybody thought that way.
Right.
But I'm glad I grew up different, you know what I mean? And so, and that differentness or that uniqueness is kind of what came to how we not only market the festival, but how we produce it and the content that we show and everything. It's in everything in our DNA. And it's rooted in authenticity and it's rooted in that purpose,
And and even from the people that's come on board with you, you have sponsorships with HBO, with motion pictures. Like this is, being able to speak to someone who has created this whole festival with, it's one thing to create it, but then also getting other people to believe in your dream and to believe in it. That's a whole nother thing,
It's crazy. It's crazy. I'm going to tell you some realness. It's crazier when it first started and you're living with your moms in secret. Right. And your mother doesn't know that you're trying to raise a buckload of cash or something like that. And it's like I never had a set business plan. It never was like, oh, I'm going to have a business plan and here's the profit, loss and everything. And this is how we do it. It never was from that intent. Right. It was always like, well, what if we did this and this happened and we're going to do this? And yeah, I dreamt big.
Yeah.
Not like this, not that would happen. And so literally I was to that person or that entrepreneur that had to learn how to lead from the ground up because school never taught me this.
Right.
I wasn't ready for this. And yet I had to, steep, and move into the position to kind of lead and guide people who were older than me at the time or just people from different backgrounds and convince corporate America, to give me, to support what we were doing. And we were lucky when HBO came in from the ground up. When I had nothing, HBO kind of saw what was happening and what we were trying to do and believed in from the ground up. And that's you know, that's a blessing and a story in itself. So yeah.
And that's just a testament, guys. You really just do it. Just start and people will follow. You know, I feel like they always tell you, first of all, I always feel like school is a whole scam. It's one of the biggest scams in America, although guys go to school and all that good stuff. But they teach you, you know, oh, you need a business plan, you need this, you need that. And about time you do all those things, either no longer interested, you're tired, you don't really want to do it, you know, and there's a lot of things that can happen if you start and you can really figure it out on the way, you know?
Yeah. I mean, and it's like quickly learning. Like for me, it's like I had some mentors, but nothing like this. This was, you know, again, you know, as soon as it popped off, I left my mom's house. I quit my job, and I'm like, this is a real deal.
Right.
But so learning how to navigate my way through the whole studio system and creating those alliances and mentorship. And it was really bootstrapping, because when I first came out, it's not like there was an Instagram to get me started, or as there was, you know, social media was there, but it wasn't like what it is now.
Right, right.
So you really had to look out for other people, whether they were shady or whatever. You really had to have both eyes open and look around, get your alliances and get to know people. And again, ageism was always an issue for me, because I started out really young. And when you're asking somebody for money, you know, the interesting thing is that nobody saw my face until we got close to the contract.
Okay.
So I'm talking, I'm hustling, whatever.
Right.
They saw my face. Too late. The deal was done. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
So that was, I experienced like so much. Again, because it had never been done before, but also, you know, this kid is asking for cash, and, you know, so it continues to be a dream for sure.
But I always had this one question. So, you know, you started out, there was nothing before, no Tribeca or any of those other film festivals specific to this kind of genre and these type of diverse films. What was it that made you interested in the film? Was it you like films or wanted to be a film, like a director or anything like that?
Yeah, so since I was a kid, me and my boy Paris, Paris Jones, if he's watching, we loved films as kids at 6 years old. Okay. And now he's working in entertainment. We're both in different mediums, but we always wanted to work in the medium. You know, I wanted to be a filmmaker. And then along the way, I felt like I was better behind the scenes or in business or producing. Like, I like putting people together. I still love putting people together.
Right.
And I felt like that was my strength. And then marketing. And so again, you know, growing up, and it's still unfortunately the same, where there wasn't many images of us on the screen. Not many of us could pull the trigger to get something greenlit or any of that. And so for me, it's like, well, how do we create that empowerment amongst each other? And again, there was other festivals that existed, like you said, but it felt too elitist. It didn't feel like somebody like me was kind of welcome to that party, or that kid from the Bronx or Brooklyn or what have you. It felt like it was something else, and which is fine, but it wasn't for me.
Right.
So along the way, it's like, well, how do we create something that is tangible, that connects people, and at the same time, you know, brings that element of Hollywood, or brings that element of, you know, industry to it, and yet keep it authentic. And again, that's where the idea of the festival came. So I wasn't that naive. It's not like I didn't have any numbers to play with when it came time to do the business stuff. But I had to learn fairly quickly, you know, how to turn the dream into like a business, you know.
Awesome. So let's get into it. Next week, the 14th through the 18th, right?
Yeah, man.
New York Latino Film Festival is coming. So hold up. We got a film festival. Normally, you know, I'm going to movie theaters and all that stuff. Now we got COVID-19 and social distancing. How are you handling that?
Well, we got a drive-in. So we're doing virtually.
Okay, so we having a drive-in.
Yeah, but we got new movies.
Okay.
So we're showing, you know, Habla Now, which is a documentary about Latino life, but not only just Latino, like the whole experience, Afro-Latino, like the cultural experience of the culture from different tastemakers and celebrities and influencers. So that's the opening night. We got Charm City Kings that's coming out.
Oh, Charm City Kings with Meek Mill. Oh, actually, with this guy right here.
Jai, my boy Jai. Yep.
And this guy, y'all see it right now on the screen.
But something.
Inside of our issue, our last issue before COVID-19 ruined our lives.
Yeah.
Charm City School, okay.
Charm City
That's
Kings.
huge. Oh,
Yeah.
I see Charm City School. Charm City Kings. Wow.
So this,
That's
it's a
awesome.
feature. Will Smith, Will and Jada produced it.
Mm-hmm.
My man Angel and Will Soto, directed it. It's his big, studio debut. And again, that's, so here's a story. He came in as an independent filmmaker.
Wow.
Played at the festival years ago.
Right.
And then I guess Will and Jada has stumbled upon, his work.
Right.
He's from Puerto Rico, never done like a big US film.
Wow.
They put him into this film to direct it.
Right.
And it's amazing. It's about the 12 o'clock boys, that bike clique in Baltimore. And it's a story, it's a documentary. I mean, it's a feature film that's based on that documentary. Wow. So it's a true story. For the most part about that bike clique in Baltimore. So we're happy to show that. Nice. And then we're using it off of Critical Thinking from John Leguizamo. Nice. About one of the first Black Latino chess teams that won a chess championship in Miami. Oh, wow. And against like kids from urban areas that never, the duality of in the hood and playing chess.
Yes, right.
Like that whole journey. And so it talks about all of that. And it's just a really good film. And so, and that and alongside all the films that we're streaming, is pretty good. I think we're doing as much as we can and making it as vibrant as we can for this year. So, yeah.
Perfect. And I always have one thing that I do like is that this festival really goes with the times as it pertains to what people are interested in. And this particular, well, not even this year, you guys started San Futuro, which is your digital conference, which is something that the Quintessential Gentleman is a part of and sponsoring. So we're super excited about that for you guys to check that out. But talk to us a little bit about Futuro and, what was the purpose of creating that particular conference within the festival?
It was basically starting the same spirit of what the film festival was, but really supporting digital content creators.
Nice.
And, Latinos and African Americans, we dominate in all things social, mobile consumption, film consumption, entertainment, and yet there's not much we own. Mm. So we put us in rooms and in spaces where we're able to build and talk amongst each other and grow. Develop amongst each other. And really that's what Futuro is about. And usually, it takes place at Google headquarters. But even then, it's important that we're in those rooms.
Right.
We look at Google, and we both know what time it is, but we're in the room, it's like, oh wow, yes, we do exist. Right. Yes, we are creative. Right. Yes, we can make an app. Yes, we do have an audience. And so it's the power that we develop in those rooms. Which is really important. So even though, unfortunately, it's not going to be at Google this year, but it's going to be live streamed on YouTube. And, again, in the spirit of collaboration and partnership, with partnering up with the QG. I mean, we've always wanted to work together.
Long time.
I've always said, Eric, give me a minute. And it came time and it was perfect. When we partnered with different groups, we partnered with Driven Society before and other groups, but this year we're partnering with NYLFF,
yep.
You, and it's exciting. We got some exciting panels and, I think it's going to be pretty cool.
And for the panels, for you guys just to know, we have one of our panels is going to be talking about women. She is the future, women working in a male-dominated arena. So we're going to be having conversations about that. We're going to be talking about digital social activism. There's another panel that we're talking about, really getting a conversation started about media and what their responsibility is to the Black and Hispanic community, as well as we have our entrepreneur panel, where we're really going to talk about everybody's throwing all these dollars. Oh, minorities, business, how we giving money here. Lowe's is donating money here. And how do we harness that? What do we do with that? And how can you really benefit from those type of things? So those are the three. Well, no, and then we have the fourth one, which is I see Jai at the table. And that is the the conversation with La Nueva Link, where they're going to be talking about the conversation that goes on with marketing and the Latino-esque community. So it's 4 great panels. And women in marketing, yup. And it's going to be 4 great panels. That is going to be on Wednesday, September 16th. I'm plugging that. That's the one I know. That's what we're doing. I know all those dates and times. I've been doing it for weeks now. So you guys definitely have to check out that and check out the entire film festival. But I do have one more question to you is, out of the festival, and you've been doing it every year, what is some things that continue to shock you every year? You know, where it's like, wow. You know, do you still get those kind of aha moments or those kind of feelings?
Total. Like every year, every person that I meet, everybody that we collaborate with, we have so many different creatives that collaborate in our key art, in our commercial, in our trailer designs and everything. And that's, I think, what continues to keep the festival fresh, is that we don't operate in our own clique.
Right.
Like, you want to open it up. And again, it's working with you and working with another group and working with another group to do. We have so many different collabos. And for me, that's exciting because you're getting outside perspectives, you know, to keep you fresh. And it's like, okay, well, if you're feeling it this way, if you like this, you know, maybe I get to get some tips of how you interpret what we're doing.
Right.
And for me, that collaboration is just key. And I've seen it multiply. I've seen us, like, as a group, like, multiply, you know, with other people that we work with. And that's how it ought to be. It wasn't like that for me when I started out in the game.
Right.
But I knew that that's not what I want it to be. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be this way.
So,
and there's power where we're together.
Right.
That's what we try to do at the festival. So that makes me happy.
Right.
That always gets me inspired.
Right.
With these dogs. And
too.
that's enough now. But that inspires. And then, you know, when you see, you know, celebrities come through, you know, a lot of talent that comes through, and I don't get shell shocked or whatever, but you know, it's always good when you see like a 50 Cent come through, you know, Meek Mill, whoever, you know what I mean? Like any of these people that have come through, we've had so many people come through and or premiere their films at the festival. And again, that's when you know that it's beyond just Latino per se. It's a cultural experience. The fact that they like it and they dig it and they give us so much love is something that I appreciate. I'm steeped in that, in humility the whole way. Yeah.
Dope.
Yeah,
So
it's scary. Never did a drive-in, but let's see.
Listen, new things.
You know you know that. It's crazy.
It's going to be great. It's going to be great. Don't worry.
What happened?
Said it's going to be great. Don't worry. It's going to be good.
Thank you.
So where can people get tickets?
NYLatinoFilmFestival.com. So it's NYLatinoFilmFestival.com. And you can purchase either VIP tickets, which is if you don't have a car, there's seats.
Y'all giving out cars?
Well, in case you don't have a car, bro. You don't have a car, there's socially distanced seats by the stage, but also you get access to our VIP lounge, which is like a outdoor restaurant style, free cocktails, food. If you want to turn it up a notch, 20 people gets into that situation. And if you want to stay in your car, if you have a car, it's for free. So you can register for tickets and you can pick them up right now on our website, get a free ticket to park your car. And it's first come, first serve on the cars. And for VIP, it's $25. And then, you know, they can also check out our social media at NY Latino Film Festival. And, you know, our social media is really like a reflection of us. It's such a community. We don't just talk about us. We talk about everything in our social media. And if anybody follows us, they know our social media community is pretty lit. So yeah, they can follow us there, and they can go to LatinoFilmFestival.com and pick up those tickets. So yeah, and then there's, you know, you can see films on the virtual. So playing and driving is not playing in virtual.
Okay.
But there's all the panels, all the stuff that we're doing with you and Futuro. They can see that for free, and yeah.
So everybody, you guys need to reserve. Try that drive-through. I'm trying to try that drive-through.
Try that drive-through.
Drive back.
Every night
is not drive-through. Drive in. So
yeah.
You guys check that out. It's free if you got a car. If you don't got a car, buy a car. That's whatever that cost is. I don't know, but or you could go ahead and do the thing and do the VIP. VIP $25. You guys have been saving money all COVID-19.
It's free food. Like it's if you want a sexy date.
Yep.
Yeah, pick up that VIP before it sells.
Perfect. So guys, make sure you follow them. We are actually going to have more information when we post this video on our website, which will be posted tomorrow. Make sure you guys tune in, and we may be giving away some tickets. I don't know. We might have to find out. So you guys, make sure you check in. Calixto, it's been a pleasure working with you. Thank you so much for even having this conversation. We appreciate it. And you guys, make sure you tune in.
All right. Take care.
See y'all later.